So far, the mayor here has just imposed a nighttime curfew this weekend. There's also a bigger police presence. What is unclear is whether that might ramp up tensions after an arrest that many protesters here had been waiting for. Tonight, after days of anger, pain, and protests, an arrest connected to the death of George Floyd. Fired Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin is now charged with third-degree murder and manslaughter.
I'm not insensitive to what's happened in the streets. My job is to do it only when we have sufficient evidence. We have it today.
State charging documents allege that Chauvin had his knee on Floyd's neck for 2 minutes and 53 seconds after Floyd became non-responsive, according to body camera video. In all, the complaint says Chauvin had his knee on Floyd's neck for more than 8 minutes. No response yet from Chauvin's attorney. The third night of protests had been the most violent by far. For hours, anarchy. Rioters breached and burned this evacuated police precinct. Other buildings crumbled. Local police and firefighters retreated. It's a scene of utter chaos. Right now, this fire is raging out of control, and smoke is billowing into the air, can be seen for miles. At daybreak, the destruction devastated this South Minneapolis community.
I'm a grown man. I'm standing here, teared up.
Anger over one man's death had turned into much more, an explosion of fury over years of mistreatment.
This city knew it was coming. They knew it was coming.
Lynette Weisner has lived here all her life.
This right here, the war's here. Do something about it.
And this is the
Clean up this police department.
Today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz promised to restore order and directly criticized local leaders for an inadequate response.
And the reason we're standing here today is, if this would have been executed correctly, the state would not lead on this. That did not happen.
The mayor has not yet responded. The governor also apologized to CNN after the state patrol arrested 3 of its journalists on live television, even as looters and vandals were allowed to run free.
I am deeply apologetic that this happened. It is wrong, it is unacceptable, and we needed to correct it.
I just hope we can recover from this.
Today's arrest was the news longtime resident Kirsten Olsen had been waiting for.
I'm ecstatically happy.
James Lawson is more skeptical.
I felt like there was a little bit of sign of relief, but like I said, what about the other 3?
The county attorney says an investigation is underway into the other 3 fired officers, and he anticipates charges. New video from a different angle shows 2 of the officers, not seen before, side by side on the ground next to Officer Chauvin during the incident. Late today, the attorney for Floyd's family responded to the arrest.
They're a little relieved today that the officer was finally arrested. However, they wanted the charges to be first-degree murder.
For a 4th night, this city is on edge, wondering if one officer's arrest is enough to diffuse the tension, or whether the anger runs too deep. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Minneapolis.